My name is Kendra Deanna. I am the business doula. I started a 90-day posting challenge. And with that, I wanted to give you all a series, Marketing Matters, where I talk about viral and non-viral marketing matters and break down why they matter in marketing. This is episode 6. So go and catch up after this video and see what else we talked about. If you have not heard by now about the Keith Lee Tendernism situation, we're going to talk about it. There are some things in the works with Keith Lee, and I think it's really important to break this situation down and talk about why it matters in marketing. So let's talk a little bit about who Keith Lee is and who Mr. Tendernism is. Now, Keith Lee is a nationwide food critic and influencer. Once this man comes to your restaurant, your establishment, or whatever, be ready because it's about to blow up. He just gives his honest opinion. That's it. He goes into these establishments, whether it be a small business or a chain. He tries the food, usually their signature, whatever is their signature dish, and he lets you know exactly what it tastes like to him. And he usually has his entourage with him, whether it be his family, or whoever it is, and they all give their opinion on it. But he is very detailed in letting you know exactly what the food tastes like. Now, Mr. Tendernism was a pit master. He was working at a restaurant called Destination Smokehouse. Now, Mr. Tendernism was known for his iconic reactions to the meat falling off the bone.
Shaking a little bit.
So what happened was basically, in short, because I'm going to show y'all the video, but in short, Keith Lee went into Destination Smokehouse. Ultimately, he wanted to meet Mr. Tendernism, but he also wanted to try the food and see if it was, in fact, falling off the bone. So he went in there. He tried the food. He tried to meet Mr. Tendernism. They wouldn't let him. He tried to give him a $4,000 tip. They wouldn't let him accept it. And yeah, this is what happened.
The standout was absolutely the oxtail. But past the oxtail, the standout is unk. Not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going. I think he just wants to show his love of food and his love of what it is that he's doing. I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unc.
So, update. We could not get to Unc. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was gonna give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we not only gonna take this money and feed some people, but we just gonna do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community.
And as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. What did this all do for the business? What was the impact that it had? So first of all, Mr. Tendernism's iconic reactions, it went crazy. Everybody on TikTok was seeing his reactions, and so everybody's like, I gotta see what this is about. So you had influencers, you had people coming all around the world, from around the world, to go to this restaurant to see if it was in fact that tender. So of course that built foot traffic. There was more people knowing about this brand or knowing about this business, and it gained national attention. For Mr. Tendernism, he actually became this was his brand. He actually became Mr. Tendernism, and there's a lesson in that I can't wait to talk to y'all about because it's so important. He just became the face of the brand. So everybody was so taken by Mr. Tendernism. They wanted to meet him. This man had bodyguards. They had bodyguards. So it was serious. What happened was, though, people found out that he was just the face. He was not the owner of the restaurant. So that was kind of like strike one, because it was like, wait, you mean to tell me he's not the owner? Okay. So they were already kind of like, So that was strike one. Strike two was when the Keith Lee situation happened, because they were like, okay, so you're not letting him meet Keith Lee. You're not letting him accept a $4,000 tip. Are you kidding me? So let's talk about the marketing lesson here. Personality can become your brand. So people love to be able to connect. That's big Unc. Mr. Tendernism is Unc. Everybody knows him as Unc now. People love that relatable content. They love authenticity. They love to be able to relate. Once you can do that and you find a way to do that, it can really take your brand, your business off. So don't be afraid to show your personality. Don't be afraid to, hire people that are going to be representing your brand, that actually represent who you are, what your brand stands for, and make sure that they have a personality that people can relate to. They don't have to be super funny, they don't have to be dancing all the time, but just make sure that they have that connection to your audience. Another lesson we can learn is that going viral could be great if you have the right structure and the right strategies in place to handle whatever comes with going viral, whether that be more business, brand deals, whatever it is that you are trying to do, your ultimate goal with posting your content, building your brand. You need to be ready for whatever comes with going viral. Having agreements. So if there is a person that's being the face of your brand, what's going to happen when things go viral? What's going to happen when things expand? Are they going to get a certain percentage? Is it going to stay the same? All of these things need to be ready and needs to be prepared. No one actually really knows for sure if something's going to go viral, but you want to be prepared for it. And the third lesson is that your village is going to always be there. They're going to support you. Your village is everything. It takes a village to raise a business. Okay. So while you're putting out this content and you're building your brand, make sure that you are also building a good community. So building your email marketing list outside of, what you have on your platforms and things like that. Really just creating a space where people begin to know you and they trust you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what happened to the business as far as like if they got more or less business, but I do know that the community was very upset that one, Mr. Tendernism didn't own the restaurant, which he never said he did. So that was kind of like a us problem. But then they were mad that the restaurant trademarked the word. Like, at least you could give him the word, no? And then, of course, the community was mad because why wouldn't you let Mr. Keith Lee, you know who he is, y'all know who he is, why wouldn't you let him meet Mr. Tendernism? Why wouldn't you let him accept the tip? And then there was a video that they posted after that just made things worse. But baby, that's another story for another day. Also, I am so here for a Keith Lee and Mr. Tendernism collab. Like, that is so exciting to me. They met. I don't know what they doing, but I know whatever, if it has to do with Keith Lee, it's going to be something real good.
And from Tenderism, I had a full conversation with him. Again, I can't go into full detail of what we cooking up, but just know we might be cooking up something. Shout out to Unc. Everything that's done in the dark will eventually come to the light. Amen.
What I love so much is that all of this started from just posting content, from really just getting on here, showing who he is, his love for food. And I love his love for God. I love his love for his family and just the love that he has for small businesses. It's amazing. Y'all know I'm a business dealer, so I'm all for small businesses. Right now, we're going to get into action steps. What can you do for your business after watching this video? First of all, have clear agreements. Make sure that if you have a team, and even if you don't, just have a plan of what's going to happen when things expand. If you were to go viral, are you prepared for that? Is your business ready for that? Make sure your structure is good. Make sure you have strategies in place. Make sure you have your services locked in and you know exactly what you offer so that you're not scrambling in the event that you do go viral. And the other thing that I want you to do, which we could do together, because this is something that I need to do for myself, create that community. As you're putting out your content, as you're, building on these platforms, make sure that you're also building your community by building your email marketing list, having some other ways to connect with your audience, giving things away or having merch to purchase, whatever is going to connect and that, best aligns with your brand. Do that so that you are not only putting out content, but you're also creating community, because guess what? It takes a village to raise a business. That's right. We getting it. I like it. And then last but certainly not least, some business doula love notes. Listen, you don't have to go viral to make an impact in your business. But in the case that you do, I want you to make sure that you have your I was gonna cuss, but I ain't gonna cuss. Make sure you have your stuff together, okay? Make sure that you have clear agreements. Make sure that you have your trademarks, you have your patents, and take care of your business, because there's nothing like having an extraordinary business idea and not conducting business the way you should be. So, reach out to your village. Do not be afraid. I know sometimes it can be hard to ask for help, and sometimes you want to be the self made. I did it on my own, but guess what? No one does it on their own. So, do not be afraid to reach out and ask questions and get the things that you need to build your business, baby, the correct way. Okay? The resources are there, your village is there. You just have to put yourself out there and do what you know you need to do for your business. And that's why marketing matters, because going viral can be valuable, but structure is going to determine who benefits from that value. Thank you so much for watching. This is episode 6 of the Marketing Matters series. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to get some more goodies that I'm going to be giving out. And as always, I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'm going to share with y'all, because y'all are my village and it takes a village to raise a business. Bye, y'all.